Hey guys! We built another extension to the guinea pig cage this weekend and it turned out brilliantly. So I thought I would show it to you today and we are looking at it just now. Oh, pigs! I don't know how many goes I've had at this video now, right? And I think I finally got my brain together and now you two are fighting over the heating pad. And the moment I put a camera on you to tell you off, you stop fighting. So now everybody thinks I'm a weirdo. Well, some people may think that already. Anywho, back to the extension, because that's what we're here for. And I'm really sorry there's not a better pic up there. At the moment Frankie's up there, but she just kind of vanishes into the background because she is as black as the background for this extension, so you can probably not even make her out, which is a shame. Can one of the white ones please go upstairs? Willow or Pew? It would look really nice. Please? No? Okay, well, we have to make do with what we have. So yeah, so this extension, this IKEA unit, why did we use that? Well, I wanted to have an upper level. Oh great, there's another black pig going upstairs. Thank you, Anya. That's really nice. So yeah, Sam, are you going upstairs? No. So I always wanted an upper level on this side of the cage where this new extension is, but I never knew quite how to build it, so it isn't a complete pain for me to clean it out. So I was discussing this at the weekend with my husband and he said, why don't you just use this IKEA unit that we have standing about and that we don't really use. It just seems to be accumulating stuff and you could just, the one that you have in the guinea pig room, clean that up and put that back for storage and use the bigger one in the guinea pig room. So I thought that was a brilliant idea, but unfortunately I'm useless at the DIY, so my poor husband had to stop watching whatever film he was watching at the time and spent a couple of hours putting this together for the piggies. And I think he did a brilliant job. So whenever my husband builds something for the piggies, I know it's just A, going to last, and B, it's going to be super safe for them. It's not going to collapse, everything is just really solid, so it's always good when he builds stuff. It's much better than the CNC grids construction that I do, where I always worry, will it hold up, did I do it right? So this is great, this is really solid. So as far as this unit goes, it's you can buy it in IKEA. We bought ours years and years ago, but they still sell these. And this particular model has 8 shelves, and you can stand it either upright or lights on its side. So for the purpose of this cage, we put it on the side, and unfortunately we couldn't just lift the shelves out. So my husband had to cut them out, and then file down where he cut it off, so the guinea pigs wouldn't get any splinters or anything like that. So that's all really done nicely. He then attached Coroplast to the back of it to protect our walls, and we also placed Coroplast against the bottom part of the cage, and that's just to make sure that none of the dirt falls off the top level and gets stuck on the lower level, because I can't really reach into the lower level. If you look at my cage, you can see the wood at the end, and then you see a bit of black, so that's Coroplast, and if we hadn't put that there, it would be likely that something would fall from the top and fall into the bottom, and that would be really annoying to clean out. So then the next thing we had to consider is, what do we do so the piggies don't jump off the top level. I didn't want to have grids at the top. I like my cages to be quite open and airy, so we didn't want to go the grid route. So instead what we did, we had this wood lying in the garage, so we thought that would be perfect, and so my husband attached it to the side of the cage with a couple of screws, and then at the bottom of it he used these L-shaped plates to bring it up a bit. So that's quite nice because it got a little gap at the bottom and then it's got the wood and it looks really good, I think. And then we attached the ramp to it. So if you've seen some of my videos in the past, you are probably familiar with this ramp. It's made from CNC grids and I had it for many years. So it's just spent CNC grids, and which I really like because I don't like the ramps personally that don't have sides to it, because I know that my pigs would just try one go up while the other comes down and they would try and push each other out of the way. And with this I know they won't push each other off the ramp. So this is really safe for them. And I've attached lino to the bottom of it, so it's really easy to clean as well. And let me actually show you, because you can take it off the top level, so let me show you how I can remove the ramp. So it's really easy to remove the ramp. I can do it with one hand, and I hope Frankie doesn't decide to come down now. So if I move it out of the way, you can see these hooks and the grids just hook into it. So it's really quite good, because what that means is if I ever have a sick guinea pig, I can just block this top off and then use the top as a hospital ring. So I really like that, and it's easy to remove if ever I don't want the pigs to go up there because I clean or whatever, although I usually clean around them, but if I wanted I could just remove it. So let me put this back. So take these. Right. You had enough, Anya? Are you coming down as well? So I did this stop you, Frankie. You good pig. So in order to protect the shelves, I put a plastic tray at the top, and this is a tray that you usually put your growing bag onto to grow tomatoes or something like that. And I believe I showed this in some of the videos as well, because I always use that for the piggies. And this fits absolutely perfect width-wise. It's just a wee bit too short, so where I couldn't cover the shelf with the tray, I actually just put some lino on it, and you can just see that on the right side of the upper level. You can see a bit of lino there. So again, that's just to protect the wood, and we already had that in the house, so that's great. So as far as toys and so on go, I don't have much up there, just have one footstool and a bowl with just grass. But that seemed to be enough. The pigs seem to like that. So you may be wondering why I didn't want to have the ramp inside the guinea pig cage. And there are a couple of reasons for that. So if you have an upper level in your cage and you have a ramp, maybe you're familiar with this. I mean, I had that a lot of times in the past. It's really annoying when you have to clean out underneath the ramp. I usually ended up hitting myself with the ramp, lifting it up and then just letting go, and it would hit me on the head or God knows what, or sometimes I had hooks so I could hook it in, but it always ended up being a complete and utter pain. So for that reason I didn't want it to be in the cage. The other reason was for a selfish reason. Before, when I had the CNC extension with the upper level against the cage, I ended up with most of the guinea pigs sleeping upstairs, which meant it got really grotty up there. It was really messy and really stinky, and some of the guinea pigs would just lie there for hours, and I didn't really want to see. I wanted it to be a clean area, so I thought I might put the ramp outside, and that means that my free-ranging guinea pigs will use it a lot, and the ones that are too lazy to get up will probably not use it at all. So I really didn't expect any of my old piggies to use it, or any of my sick piggies. So I thought just the free rangers, that would be fun. They will have all the fun in the world, and my old or weak piggies, you know, that are not so energetic anymore, they won't mind. By the way, I should say that I don't just place empty bowls in the guinea pig cage. They had their dinner, they ate everything, so it's not that I don't feed my guinea pigs, they just finished their dinner. So yeah, I back to the upper level and why the ramp is outside. So I just thought it'd be fun for the ones that want to use it, the young energetic one, and the rest, you know, they're quite happy in the cage and they don't venture outside the cage anyway. But it turned out tonight when I was cleaning the cage, I actually looked upstairs and there was 9 out of 14 guinea pigs upstairs. So not sure that plan worked out, because if we look at my old pigs, so my oldest pig is Bonnie, and I haven't seen Bonnie upstairs apart from the ones I put her upstairs. I don't think Bonnie will use it because Bonnie is, you know, she's a bit slower nowadays and she never really liked exercise, so I doubt we will see her there. Second oldest pig is Zoe, but Zoe is quite active as walking around the place goes, so she uses it quite a lot. Her daughter Cassie, she is a bit slower, especially since what we thought, well, we think a while ago she had a mini stroke and she kind of changed her personality a wee while back and she's a bit slower, so I don't expect to see her up there ever. Fiona, who's unwell at the moment, she actually uses it a lot, so I don't know why, but you know, I wish she would just take care of herself, but she has to jump out and run upstairs. So, and then Monka is my other sicky pig, and I don't think she will be using it. The other one that I didn't think would be using it is Buffy, because you can see Buffy by the way munching hay. Buffy loves food and hates exercise. She's just useless when it comes to free ranging. I mean, every time I clean a cage, I literally have to convince her to jump out. But she has gone upstairs twice now. Each time when I clean the cage, she actually does jump out now and goes upstairs. So Buffy actually gets a bit more exercise than normal. But all the rest of the pigs that I haven't mentioned now, they all use it and they're quite happy with it and they seem to have a lot of fun. And let me show you, there's Flipper upstairs now. And my camera keeps moving. I don't know what's wrong with this camera stand, but it just doesn't seem to hold the camera in place when I want it to. So yeah, so that's the new extension. So this means, and I don't know if I mentioned this or not, this means we no longer have the CNC grid extension under the window, because I needed to remove that so we can put the heater on. We also no longer have the extension that I made previously from an IKEA unit against the other side of the kitchen, because they don't really need to. Yeah, that's pretty much it. What else can I say? Yeah, the guinea pigs are on fleece at the moment because I got rather fed up with the easy bed. There's still easy bed underneath the fleece, which helps with absorbency. But I just got so fed up with the easy bed because the pigs jump out of the cage a lot and there was easy bed all over my floor. And then the lazier ones, they always sat at the back of the cage, so that means that part of the cage was always squatty and I had to remove the easy bed. And then you think, oh, the rest doesn't need to be removed yet, but you just remove everything and you end up, ends up costing a lot. Plus my garden waste bins are absolutely full, so I need to kind of, you know, just ease up a bit on the amount of easy bed I use. So for the moment I clean the piggies out twice a day. They get their fleece changed twice a day. There's that many of them now that I don't get away with cleaning them just once a day. But it's really quite fast to clean this cage because it's so open and I can just walk into it. Also, I mentioned before briefly that Monka and Fiona are unwell. They are in treatment with our vet at the moment, so I'm giving them medication in the morning and in the evening. And it's so much easier doing that when there's fleece because I can just walk into the cage, and with the easy bed you walk in and you end up with all this easy bed at the bottom of your socks or whatnot. So For the moment I prefer fleece, but I know in a couple of months I will be completely fed up with the fleece again and go back to having them on easy bed the whole time. I mean, both beddings are fantastic for different reasons, and both work fine for me. So I think that's about it.